I was wary of my sister's cooking, which invariably consisted of a tubular pasta and economy cheese charred black on the surface with either tinned tuna or lardy mince lurking beneath the molten crust. I was wary because parties, and dinner parties in particular, had always seemed to be a pitiless form of gladiatorial combat, with laurel garlands bestowed to the most witty, successful, and attractive, and the corpses of the defeated lying bleeding on the painted floorboards. The pressure to be one's best self in such circumstances I found paralysing, and still do. Yet my sister insisted on forcing me into the arena again and again. "You can't stay at home for the rest of your life, Dee." "I don't stay at home. I'm hardly here. Sat in that misery hole all by yourself. It's not a... I'm perfectly happy by myself, Karen." "You're not happy. You're not. How can you be happy, Dee? You're not happy. You are not." And it was true that there was not a great deal of glee before that February night. Little cause for fireworks or the punching of air. I liked my colleagues, they liked me, but for the most part I would say goodbye to Security Steve on a Saturday afternoon, then not speak until my lips parted with an audible pop on the Monday morning as I greeted him hello. "Good weekend, Douglas?" he'd ask. "Oh, quiet, Steve, very quiet." Still, there was pleasure and satisfaction in my work, a pub quiz once a month, the pint with my colleagues on a Friday night, and if I did occasionally suspect something was missing, well, didn't everyone? Not my sister. In her mid-20s, Karen was promiscuous in her friendships and ran with what my parents referred to as an arty crowd. Would-be actors, playwrights and poets, musicians, dancers, glamorous young people pursuing impractical careers, staying up late, then meeting for long and emotional cups of tea during all hours of the working day. For my sister, life was one long group hug, and it seemed to amuse her in some obscure way to parade me in front of her younger friends. She liked to say that I had skipped youth and leapt straight into middle age, that I'd been 43 in my mother's womb, and it was true, I suppose, that I'd never got the hang of being young. In which case, why was she so desperate for me to come along? "Because there'll be girls there." Girls? Girls. Yes, I've heard talk of those. One girl in particular. I do know girls, Karen. I have met and spoken to girls. Not like this one. Trust me. I sighed. For whatever reason, fixing me up with a girlfriend had become something of an obsession for Karen, and she pursued it with a beguiling mixture of condescension and coercion. "Do you want to be alone forever, do you, Do you?" "I have no intention of being alone forever." "So where are you going to meet someone, Dee? In your wardrobe? Under the sofa? Are you going to grow them in the lab?" "I really don't want to have this conversation anymore. I'm only saying it because I love you." Love was Karen's alibi for all kinds of aggravating behaviour. "I'm laying a place for you at the table, so if you don't come, the whole evening's ruined." And with that, she hung up the phone.